welcome you back to Black Site Tonight. We're going to talk about Brian McKnight, who was a total disgrace, saying that his kids were not made in love, that he was not in love with his ex-wife. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Brian McKnight has showed his true colors in an interview with Anton Daniels and Art of the Dialogue. Basically said he was never in love with his wife and that his children were not made when he was in love with his ex-wife Judy. That doesn't make any sense. And if you had those feelings that you were not in love with her or didn't love her, why do your children have to know? This tells me that this man is a total narcissist. He's mentally ill because he never thought about the feelings of his children. He's only thinking about himself. Secondly, some things in life your children don't need to know. Why did you tell them that? Why did you disown your 3 children because they didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to turn out? Then you come out and make excuses why you couldn't help your ailing son who died of colon cancer. But you went out of your way to get with a single mama who had children, and you adopted them as your own, and you consider them as your own, another man's children, but disown your own children and disown your first wife. That tells me it was something about you, not about them. Because the way you have been speaking of your son, the one who died, and you said the family made him into a martyrdom, they sacrificed him. Who says shit like that? Why would he say something ignorant like that about your own children and about your own former family? He has passed away, gone to meet his maker. But you still trying to discuss an issue that should no longer be discussed anymore. You should try to make amends with your other children and your ex-wife so you can have a better life. But the only thing you care about is this Asian woman and her children, because you believe that they have turned out the way that you wanted your children to say. Did you make those children in love, or was another man who made those children in love? But you're willing to vouch for them, spend money on you, and probably give your generational wealth to those children. This doesn't make any sense, but this shows you how narcissistic, mentally ill some of these people in the entertainment industry are. And this interview was an absolute disgrace to watch. He should have kept his damn mouth shut. Sometimes keeping your mouth shut is the best thing to do, but he didn't do it. He couldn't keep that mouth shut. He had to go out in the public with Anton Daniels. Anton, he's shaking his damn big ass head. He had to go out there and speak bad about his children after one has passed away. Who does that? What kind of father does that to a child that you raised since birth? You didn't see him shed a damn tear because he could care less about those kids. He has already disowned them and disowned his wife. And to make her feel like she was unworthy of being his wife is absolutely diabolical. And that's what he just did. And he could care less on how you feel, I feel, or anybody else feels. All he cares about is the relationship he has with that Asian woman. He was talking about the Asian woman trying to rescue her son and help him get healthy again. He blamed the family for him not getting 4 months of treatment with this colon cancer. It doesn't matter. If you don't have money, you could go to a public health hospital, the county hospital. They'll help you out. They're not going to let you go 4 months even if you don't have insurance. That doesn't make any sense. But this is the excuse that Brian McKnight is making towards his family. This is the excuse he's trying to tell us, and he wants us to buy this. He really wants us to buy this. Yes, your children were not what you expected them to be. Yes, they probably was spoiled. Yes, they got everything they want. But that don't mean you disavow them, disown them, and blame them for their own death. Basically saying this was his karma. That's what he was basically saying with his son. This was your karma. You know, this guy right here shows you how bad human beings can turn. And I want to know what this Asian woman see in this man, other than his pockets, because she's talking about she's waiting to get his generational wealth. And you gonna see an Asian family out here with his wealth instead of his black family. That's what you gonna see. But this is who Brian McKnight is, and you're not gonna change it. He's stuck on stuck and stuck on stupid. This is who Brian McKnight is. I thought this interview could have been one of the worst since R. Kelly's. This was a horrible interview. Him trying to explain away all the things he has said and done to his children and his ex-wife. If you love her, you didn't have to say it, man. You have already moved on. You got a new wife. Why stick a knife in her after her son has died? How low can you go, man? How low? Well, he goes lower. Oh, yeah. He is always bringing drama to the family, making excuses why he won't help them out. Yes, he helped them out till they was 21. They was above age. They didn't become the people that he expected them to be. But now he's supporting a whole new family and treating them like gold. Treating that Asian woman better than the man that she was with treated her, and he was Asian. You look like a complete damn fool out here. But this is the family that you wanted. But the black family is the one that you just discarded and disrespected on an Anton Daniels and Art of the Dialogue interview. This doesn't make any sense. But this shows you, like I said, what Hollywood and entertainment will do to your damn mind. And this is what they have done to this mind. Destroyed his mind. Made him hate his own people, hate his own children, hate his own family. Now he done adopted a whole new family and pretended like the other family, his first family, doesn't even exist. This guy is a complete clown and a disgrace to the human race. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.